Well, folks, it finally happened. Boeing's Starliner spacecraft decided to grace us with its presence in orbit, carrying a crew of real-life astronauts. After years of delays and technical hiccups, the Starliner finally took its rightful place among the stars. You see, getting a spacecraft off the ground and into orbit is no easy feat. It's like trying to parallel park a school bus in space. There are so many things that could go wrong, and with Starliner, a few of them actually did. Remember that little mishap back in 2019? Let's just say it involved a rogue timer and a whole lot of head-scratching from the engineers. But hey, that's all part of the journey, right? The important thing is that Boeing didn't give up. They dusted themselves off, rolled up their sleeves, and went back to the drawing board. And guess what? It did. The launch was picture perfect, the spacecraft performed flawlessly, and the astronauts arrived at the International Space Station with smiles on their faces. Now let's be honest, the road to Starliner's first crewed flight was about as smooth as a gravel driveway. There were delays, technical difficulties, and even a global pandemic thrown in for good measure. One of the biggest challenges was developing a spacecraft that could meet NASA's stringent safety requirements while also being cost-effective and reusable. It's a delicate balancing act, kind of like trying to juggle chainsaws while riding a unicycle. Another hurdle was integrating Starliner with the International Space Station, a marvel of engineering that's been orbiting our planet for over 2 decades. But through it all, Boeing persevered, working closely with NASA to overcome every obstacle in their path. So, what exactly caused all the delays? Well, spaceflight is incredibly complex, with thousands of moving parts that all have to work together perfectly. During testing, engineers discovered some issues with Starliner's software and propulsion systems. These weren't small hiccups either. These were showstoppers that needed to be addressed before putting astronauts' lives at risk. Imagine your car's navigation system trying to send you to the moon instead of your grandma's house. Not exactly ideal. Then there were the pesky little things like valves that wouldn't open properly and sensors that weren't giving accurate readings. But hey, that's the nature of space exploration. Every challenge, every setback is an opportunity to make the spacecraft safer and more reliable. Now let's meet the brave souls who strapped themselves into Starliner for this historic mission. Leading the charge was veteran astronaut Chris Ferguson, a man who's logged more hours in space than most people have spent in traffic jams. Joining him were rookie astronauts Nicole Mann and Josh Casada, both highly accomplished individuals with backgrounds in engineering and aviation. But it wasn't just about the astronauts. This mission was the culmination of the hard work and dedication of thousands of people, engineers, technicians, scientists, and support staff, who poured their hearts and souls into making Starliner a reality. It was a true team effort, a testament to what humans can achieve when they work together towards a common goal. So, what does Starliner's success mean for the future of space travel? Well, for starters, it gives NASA another option for sending astronauts to and from the International Space Station. No more relying solely on the Russians and their Soyuz spacecraft. But more importantly, Starliner represents a significant step towards making space more accessible to everyone. With multiple companies now vying for a piece of the space tourism pie, it seems only a matter of time before ordinary folks like you and me are booking our tickets to orbit. Just imagine sipping cocktails while gazing down at Earth from the comfort of a luxury space hotel. Of course, space tourism is still in its early stages, and there are many challenges to overcome. In the grand scheme of things, Starliner's first crewed flight was just a small step. But it was a step in the right direction, a step towards a future where humanity's reach extends far beyond the confines of our planet. It was a reminder that even in the face of adversity, we humans are capable of achieving incredible things. All it takes is a little bit of ingenuity, a whole lot of determination, and maybe a dash of that pioneering spirit that has driven us to explore the unknown since the dawn of time. So here's to Starliner, to Boeing, to NASA, and to all the dreamers and doers who dare to push the boundaries of what's possible.